Hello and welcome. The next knowledge sharing will be methods. Yes, so again, let's just open this one up and let's go to our 5G programming, Eclipse, and this one to go. Methods. So I'll be opening our Chrome here while we wait for the Eclipse to load. So Java methods examples. You can search examples, exercises, or whatnot. It's up to you. And as I try to establish how we try to learn and apply things is through searching from the internet. Everything is in the internet. You just have to know how to search. So yeah, again, doesn't make sense to those people who are not yet familiar with programming. So what's this? Blah blah blah. Nope, don't know that. But so this is a method. This is a method, right? So there you go. User defined method. How to create a user defined method? And of course, let's just go through a little bit here. So public, static, and void. What does it mean? Public, it means don't know. You don't need to understand it yet, but public means it can be accessed by a lot of um, other Java classes from different packages. So let's see if, for example, here again, this is our example, right? Let's just go expand it and then okay. This is a um, a package. If we create a new package here, let's say this one, new package, and again, don't mind the other things. Let's just call that adventurer programmer in methods. So this is a different method from this one. So let's add on, yeah, just untick this one, same. There you go. It's a new method. Here's a, if we're going to cross-reference it in our actual files, programming here, source main Java, source main Java, and then com adventure programmer, c com adventure, and as you can see, the difference only is the first programming and the methods, right? First programming, again, here are the two files here, going back, one up, let's go here, no, why? Because there is no Java classes here, as you can see here. And what we're going to do, okay, and how about we also create a new class here, let's say method examples. Again, even when I started trying to use Eclipse, I don't really look at those things too much. When I just get comfortable using this, and then I just started to, okay, trying to be detailed and then clicking this and stuff. But again, for this purpose, let's just follow it, name, and the class name is method examples, and then let's click finish. There you go, and it created a file here, and then it created a new file in methods, right? which is this one. Cool. So what's next here? Let's go back to our um or what we search. So what I'm gonna do is like copy this one, copy, then go back. I'll tab, and I'll just gonna put this one here and Control S. So a method is basically a code um, that is like it tries to um, uh, you can look at it as something like it it is separated. The only function or the only thing to do for that particular lines of code is one thing, right? So this particular method only does one thing, and it tries to um, says it will just try to system out that print line this particular text. Okay, so but my method name, it's again, this doesn't make sense. So what we're going to do is rename it like let's say my function called text, or let's say show my function called text. It clearly, the method name clearly explain what this particular method is trying to do. So going back, let's press Control S to save it. Right? Okay, we already created our method now, and then it says there are public, static, void, and whatnot. Public basically, as I kind of mentioned it, but uh, it can be accessed from, as I mentioned, from one package from another. So if we go back to our hello world example, let's just close this one, variables in Java. Okay, it and then again pressing left click and not uh, releasing it, and then trying to drag here on the side so we could see it. So what we need to do here is let's copy this one, Control C, and then Control V. So let's see the separation when we try to run this one. And then what I'm going to do is instantiate. Um, instantiate means that you try to create this particular class method example. You initiate instantiate, you create instantiate. Uh, let's say method examples equals to new method. I I actually press Alt tab, but let's try not doing that. So and then the ending tag is semicolon. Oops. So why is that? There's an error, right? And why is that? And let's see and highlight it. Multiple markers this time. Method examples cannot be resolved. So it just says I don't know, this hello world class saying cannot be resolved means I don't know this method. But when you try to highlight it and it tries to show 7 quick fixes available, and what you need to do here is import, right? Import method example and the com adventure programmer methods. So you're gonna import this one into this one into this. So let's try to highlight it again, not doing anything, just putting my cursor here, and we'll click this one. So what happened is that this one, import it automatically. I'm gonna press undo here, so just to show you, undo or control Z, right? If you know the word processing that do undoing, it's this one, control Z, or just edit and this one. So I'm gonna do, for this purpose, so everyone can see, is how to click this one, and it was removed. And again, it shows an error, right? I'm just gonna drag this one a little bit down here. So to fix this, normally it you need to highlight it and check any possible resolution that Eclipse would suggest. And one thing though, when I started doing programming, Eclipse is not yet available for free. Imagine that. IDEs, and you have to remember all of this stuff, like uh, you try to run this and you don't know that there's an error. So right now, using IDEs, tools like this, it quickly helps you. Imagine this. It's Eclipse IDEs and other tools makes even learning programming easier. So let's just click it again. There you go, it goes there. So what we need to do is press Ctrl S to save it, and it should run. Let's try to do that. Run, right click, run as Java. There you go. Oops. Um, so default value string. So you might imagine, and I have mentioned that this will be uh, you perhaps uh, have imagined that um, this one will be called, but no, not yet. You just instantiated this one, meaning you just created this one. You did not try yet to trigger this method. So what you need to do here is method examples, and one. Okay, I'm pressing Control and then space. It will show the, you can press enter here or select this one, up, down, and then this one, right? And then I clicked that and it showed suggestions. So show my function called text here is already here, right? So let's try to do this one, to use this one. Okay, so no red lines. Let's press Ctrl S here, and let's try to run. Right click, run. There you go. And my function called text is called. But why is there yellow thingy here, right? Why is that? Uh yeah. Um just like variables, and there are some things that something called, writing it properly to make it work. It's actually working, but uh, there are rules that needs to be done, and then you just have to set it for it in the internet, and how to call this and that. So what is it? Let's just try. Again, there are suggestions, right? Let's try to do this one. I'm going to copy this again and right click, copy, and I'll create a new method. There you go. And why is there error? There you go, rename method. Again, one quick fix available here. Let's try to do this. I'll just press Control Z here, right? How about this one? Let's try the same thing. It is suggesting to rename it, and it automatically rename it to 2. And to, let's say, not to confuse, I'll make this one 2, right? 1 and 2. And okay, as you can see, since we rename all both the method name, it is now an error, right? But hold on a second here. Before I do that, before we try to, select quick fixes here, just try to remove static here. Again, it work, but there are just some rules here I'm saying. So when you do this, when you instantiate, you can call and press something without the static, and it will no longer show the yellow line, as you can see. And I will press Ctrl S. Oops. Remove static modifier. Not sure why. Let's try to. Okay. Um. What happened? Ooh. I think I did not save it. So I press Ctrl Z and it's still there. I'll press Ctrl S. Oops. I press Ctrl Z. I'm just gonna remove this. Backspace, space, and press Ctrl S, and now save. And the yellow line no longer shows. So how do you? I'll add 1, and here's 2 because text 1 called 1, text 2 called 2. Now I'll press Ctrl S again. And to properly call a static, again, this is it's no longer uh, there's no uh, static is kind of a programmer part already, but since we already tried this example, I'm going to press Alt Tab. I'm gonna show it, right? Alt Tab again to go back here, and to do that, you don't have to instantiate it anymore. This, I'll go here, enter, and all methods that, public static, if there's a static here, what you need to do here is method examples dot, there you go. It only showed the text one with the text one here. Why not the text two? Because the difference is that text two doesn't have the static identifier, only the text one. So we select this, and yeah. But those method that doesn't have static, it requires instantiation, as you can see here, right? Because if you try to do first, for example, I'll remove this. Yeah, I'll just do press text 2 here. Yes, right. It showed an error, and suggestion is change to static. But since we want the text 2 to not have a static, we'll just uh, make it 1 again. Okay, so this is how you call um, methods from another class. I'll add one more, and I'll make it 3, and don't mind the error, and I'll make it 3, but here I'll make it private, and I'll press Ctrl S. There you go. So how to call this? So let's try, right? Since it doesn't also have the static, it needs to be called after the instantiation here. So let's try to do this. Let's copy this. Let's highlight, Control C, and here press enter, Control delete this one and make it 3. Oops, there's an error. Why? There you go. Change visibility of show extra to public. It's suggesting to make it public, a private thing. So this means that if someone made this private, it is meant to not to be called from other classes. So we will not call that one anymore and delete it. Okay, so we kind of, yep, these are methods. Okay, and yeah, and this is the basics of methods. You can call it. Okay, and one thing here is since this is void, how about we copy again? Let's make it this one 4, and I'll make it public, and I'll remove void and make this one a string, just like this one. So okay, there's an error. Why is that? Because void means first it's okay, you don't require okay, let's go back here. Why is it error? Let's highlight it. There you go. 2 quick fixes. Add return statement, change return to void. It's asking for it, right? How about we needed to have return statement? So let's click this one. No, it suggested and pre-coded already what's to be done. So it's no longer showing an error, right? Control S, and yeah, let's see. So what's okay? You might ask, okay, what's the deal with this? When you say public then string, it's asking for a. It's this method is saying I'll return back a string, and then why is this now? Because it's just predefined and the IDE doesn't know what you need to return. What you need to do here is like this. We instantiate string 4 and remove this and remove the system out, and let's instantiate it string return string is equal to like this one, and manipulate process this variable name into return. Oops. So it's just saying I'll return this function will return the return string which has a value my function called 4. So yeah, and again, methods should describe what it's trying to do, what are the codes it will execute. So um, as I'm not sure if I recorded it properly earlier. This is show and I put it to get, and yeah, because um, we declared a variable string named return string with the value my function called for, and it will return this one, and that's why we changed the show to get, because it's not showing anything here yet. So we're trying to get something from this particular method. Okay, so how do we now process this or manipulate this? We need to do is, okay, just to, oops, I sometimes I've been doing keyboard stops here, but yeah, I'll copy it. It's much better that and I press Control B to be able to uh, see it in the screen, right? And how do we call this? The same as this one because we already instantiated this. And Control C and press Enter, Control B, and let's say I press backspace, and then so you'll be able to see what it's trying to suggest. And let's see here. Okay, there you go. Is this the one? Yes. So get my function called text4 here, and we'll insert semicolon. Okay, so trying to digest this here, right? This method is not showing yet. It's not doing the system out at print line, right? So it will not do here. You just you get it and somewhere here, but will not be able to show it in here in the console. We call it console, right? So you can see here. So what you need to do now is copy this without the double quotes. Copy, and let's I'll just press Control V, okay? And so have let's open up my tool here so it will probably show better. So zoom it is a tool and I'm not sure if it's really I'll, I'll press Control 1 and it will zoom, right? So okay, as you can see here, the uh, we did not put the this method examples that get my function called text4 inside a double quote. So okay, let's try to run this one. Yeah, let's see, Control S, save, and let's run it again. Let's try to run this one first as right click, run, and run on Java application. Okay, there you go. Okay, we were able to show the string text because we system out that one. But if we are not to do it, let's say I'm just gonna go Control X here and then delete this and paste it over, and let's try to run this and try to click this one again. Let's try to click this one, and if you are not, for example, if you are not able to see the one you wanted to run, like normally after the run word here it will show the file name, but apparently it's not running. Try to click the down button here, and then there you go, and click it so you can see it's not there. All right, nope, not there. Double checking it, nope. So I'll I press Control Z a couple of times, and then let's save it again. And then um the last two things I wanted to show is arguments and parameters. So you might be hearing me say arguments or parameters, and it's most likely the same. Okay, so what is it? First, let's create, highlight, Control C to copy it, and there you go, and Control V to paste it out, of course. there should be errors here because it's the same as this one, right, and this one. So what we need to do here is, let's say, how about say hi to name, okay, say hi to name, and control S to save it, and let's put a string name here. Okay, and now of course we need to use this one, and then I'm gonna change this text to say hello and then, so the same thing as pressing save, the same thing as here, right? You it's either way, you can put the string name before the hello text or string, or after, but of course it's the grammar here is hello and then up. Let's say, let's put this one here, just make it the grammar based text here. It's the same, put a plus sign on concat. In programming terms, I'm not sure if you've heard of it, we concatenate uh, text or strings to put it together. Okay, so how do we call this now? Same thing, as you can see, it's this this one and this methods are both returning strings. Of course, it has different text values. And how do we call this? It's almost the same. Let's copy this one for now. Control C, and let's put it here just to show it. And system that out, send that out, that print line, and method. I suggest you try to type it out. Of course, I'm not prohibiting people to not do copy paste or control space here. Like I'll press control space now and it will show examples, but it's I would suggest that way because it gets you the feeling of doing programming. The mechanical exercise goes into your system and you get used to it. It's also partly that in learning programming. It's just like writing or trying to learn or write a paragraph or whatnot. Okay, again, this is just a suggestion, but anyways, if you begin, get used to it, you can also always use the shortcut keys. So examples, of course, to show the methods of this instantiated class, which is from here, right? And to be able to get this method, I'll press that. There you go. And where is it? Say hi. Okay, there you go. Double click, and let's put a semicolon. But of course, name, we were not able to do it like this, right? String name, no, there isn't. But what we just have to do here is just like this. Put a double quotes. It's the same as instantiating it as a string. Let's say Joe, right? Okay, and of course we are expecting to also show this one because we are already trying to uh, to system out it. Yeah, I'll be probably saying system out hit a lot of times. So let's try to run it. Oh, there you go. So run hello world. Uh, there you go. It's showing it now, right? And this one earlier, there's no hello world yet. So yeah, there you go. Oops, there you go. Control F4 using the zoom. Yep. So did I save it now? No, not yet. Here, as you can see, Control S, and press this one. There you go. My function code is now called here, like this one here, and hello Joe. Right? How about, again, just put another string here, concatenate again. Hello Joe. There you go. So let's try it out again. And it looks like this programming code is happy to see Joe because there's post exclamation point. I'm not why I'm about to say. There you go. So these are arguments, but arguments we can pass more than one arguments. Honestly, I don't have any idea if how many is the maximum argument for it. But okay, for this purpose, let's say it. I'm also curious. And again, if you're curious, just say it. Java maximum number of arguments. There you go. There. Before you think about it, perhaps there are also already people who's curious about this kind of scenario. There you go. Check 255. Oh, okay. So, okay. We got the answers now. Let's go back. Alt tab. And we add another argument. In age, so int is a number, not the negative, only positive, and doesn't have that. Sorry, number that can be negative or positive, but's not allowed to have zeros, decimals. Okay, so as expected, the say hi to name is no longer valid because you only pass one parameter or argument here, and it needs one more argument, which is an age. So let's say Joe is about uh, 25 years old. So let's see if let's try to save this one. There you go. No more red lines, right? And we need to, let's say, add the text to make it more meaningful. Is your age, and then plus age, and then to make it really like an English language, let's put a question mark. Okay, but again, say hi to name method name is no longer kind of applicable to what this code is already doing, right? So because it's saying the name and the age, so how about say user information? Of course, you can say you save people information or whatnot. It's up to you. At least there's this um, distinction of what needs to be done. Of course, every developer has different, and there's developers have also different nationalities. And how you say things can be different to one. So it doesn't matter as long as you understand it. Okay, tomato, tomato. Yep. So okay, red. What? Of course, we change the method name. Let's copy it. Control C and highlight. Oops. Highlight this one and then control. There you go. And let's test again. Before we run, it's hello Joe only. Right now, let's see. There you go. Hello Joe. Is your age 5? There you go. Cool. So, and of course, since these parameters are also variables, you can actually change it a lot. How about change this Jane 22 years old? Let's say control plus S. There you go. Alright. And the last thing that I want to discuss is that methods is not always being called from other file name or classes or Java classes. You can also create it in the same class name, right? So okay, let's copy this one. How about, of course, it's the same. Let's say, uh, how about um, state uh, get user greeting. There you go. And let's say put it name still, and how about, yeah, let's just put the name and age as well. We can how about double, yeah, double and then your grade. Let's say this particular person is a student, and hi, and then name, and then let's say your grade is, there you go, and grade is not really something I'm not sure. Let's be formal. There you go. Name is text or string, and grade is double, not as we discussed here. Okay, so yes, um, how you call it's the same here. Uh, since this is in the main method, which and normally this is a starting line where a Java code is executed. It's actually not really part of the class of Hello World normally, right? So what it needs to be done is, okay, let's put the let's say copy this one again, and then mm, we need to instantiate it as well. Hello world, hello. Yeah, you can actually press control space here, and then it will suggest a name. So normally it's like that. It's equal to what? New. Then press control space again, it will suggest something, and normally it's the one with the parentheses, right? There you go. And hello world has a yellow line because it's not being used yet. It's suggesting to be removed, but we need to use it, so we will do this. How about we also do this one, system out the print line. There you go, print line, and then hello world dot get user greeting. There you go. Yeah, let's put the semicolon, and name and grade is name, let's say Joe, and his grade is, let's say, 98.1, very high, right? And as I'm not sure if you guess it right, I'm gonna use get user grade information, and copy this. Oops, copy, then paste it here. There you go. And how about we try it? Run it again. Oof, no space. Let's put a space here. There you go, no space. So it will look like it's not. There you go. Hi Joe, your grade is 98.1. Okay. So we've been doing methods this way, like instantiating this, but of course, if it's in the same class and the same if the method is in the same class, you no longer need to instantiate it like this. And the same as here, what we're going to do here is like add something more, another one. And there's this one. How about, let's say, show congratulations. Congratulations. How about we don't put, parameters here. Yeah, let's say, how about let's just put name. Congratulations. And then let's remove it like this. And pressing Control S again. I may not be able to say Control S, but if it asterisk, when I change something and the asterisk was removed, I already press Control S, and it's kind of like mechanical already. Let's run this one. Oh, why didn't you? Okay, that's the part that I'm going to tell, right? So, right, there's a class name and the method name. But if it's in the same class, you can just call this one. How about show congratulations, and I'll press Control Space. There you go. It automatically suggested it and written it because it's already in the same class. And since it's the same name, it's already okay. Take note here, no class like this one, and no, no like this. It's just this one. It's hard, right? Yeah. Let's try it out. This one is already calling this, and no more class name. Control S. And let's try to run it. Okay, I made it wrong because it's trying to return, and it's I made it show. So what I'm going to do is, make it void like this, but we want it to, we do not want to, get the string already. System that out, that print line and space, print open. There you go. And why there's an error here? Control S, and I will remove this. Okay, let's try it again. There you go. Hmm. It doesn't make sense, right? Because congratulations show and you say hi. How about we try to change it to make it really like human-like? Hi, and then hi, congratulations, name, and then let's just remove this one, and then let's try this one again. Hi, congratulations, Joe. Joe, your grade is 98.1. There you go. Okay. Um. Yeah. How about let's make it private, right? Why is I'm doing this? This is just because how this method is just it we need to call this method from this one, and we no longer need to call this method from this. So yeah, what I'm saying is, for example, hello oops world dot, and it will not show hmm, is it now? Because yeah, it's the same, it's in the same class. If this class will be called from other classes, it will not show the method name. But let me try it, making it confused, right? So let's say I hello world hello. Oh, let's say control tab. There you go. When I control space, when I press control space, it automatically uh, import the hello world. So it should hello. There you go. Control space again. That's new. And without typing anything, I will press control space. There you go. It already showed. And semicolon. And then let's try this one. Control space. There you go. Dot. Okay. So there you go. Since this is private, this one, it's not showing here. The only one showing here is this one. Grade. You get user grade information. But that's the it's trying to encapsulate, or encapsulation, it's trying to hide. If you don't want others to be, if you don't want other classes to call that method, make it private, something like that. Control S, and I will remove this one again. Control S, and the same thing here. You can actually call, since this is private, so we will be able to call this show that. Control V, copied it, and let's run it. Let's all run it. There you go. My function called tree is called, and there. So there you have it. These are methods, of course. Again, it's this is the basics, and there could be a lot of more information you can attain about methods, and you just have to research about it. You know what? Every teacher or person that would share information to you in regards to programming, programming is more than half that you try it yourself. You research it, you read about it, you try it. And again, internet already tries to show you examples to just copy it. Okay, there you go. There are a lot of examples here, and even exercises, right? There are a lot of exercises, and click next here. Yeah, exactly, right? So I'll press Alt Tab. There you have it. I encourage you to try it, research about it, put it into your code, and see what happens. Nothing will gonna break your computer here. It's just like playing around. Okay.